The rain pounded against my window like angry fists as I watched her from across the street. My married neighbor, Elena, slumped on her porch steps, a bottle of whiskey clutched in her trembling hand, her wedding ring glinting mockingly under the streetlight. She didn't notice me at first, her sobs cutting through the storm like shattered glass, until she lifted her head and our eyes locked, a raw plea in hers that pulled me out into the downpour without a second thought. "Alex," she whispered as I approached, her voice breaking, "I've been lying to everyone, including myself, and I can't do it anymore." I dashed across the wet pavement, my sneakers splashing through puddles, heart racing for more than just the chill. Elena Ramirez had always been the picture of suburban perfection. The devoted wife to her high-powered lawyer husband, Miguel, the PDA volunteer who baked cookies for every neighborhood event, the woman whose laughter lit up block parties like fireworks. But tonight, under the relentless Seattle rain, yes, we were in the Pacific Northwest, where the drizzle never truly stopped, she looked like a ghost of that facade. I knelt beside her, ignoring the water soaking through my jeans. "Elena, what's wrong? Is it Miguel?" The kids, her two boys, Mateo and Luca, were the apples of her eye, always scampering around their manicured yard with boundless energy. She shook her head, tears mixing with raindrops on her cheeks. "No, it's me. It's always been me." She took a swig from the bottle, wincing as the burn hit her throat. "Alex, you're the only one I can tell. You've always seen through the bullshit, haven't you?" I had moved to this quiet cul-de-sac in Bellevue 2 years ago, fresh out of a messy breakup in San Francisco. As a freelance graphic designer, I craved the stability of a home with a view of Lake Washington, away from the city's chaos. Elena and I had bonded over shared fences and borrowed cups of sugar, casual chats that turned into late-night coffees when Miguel worked late. She was 10 years my senior at 38, with that effortless Latina beauty. Dark curls, warm brown eyes, and a smile that could disarm anyone. I'd felt a spark from day one, but dismissed it as admiration. After all, she was straight, married, untouchable. "Tell me," I urged, gently prying the bottle from her grip. "Whatever it is, I'm here." She laughed bitterly, the sound echoing hollowly. "Here goes nothing. I'm gay, Alex. Lesbian. Whatever label you want to slap on it. I've known since I was a teenager in Texas, but I buried it deep because my family, God, my conservative Catholic parents would have disowned me. So I married Miguel, had the kids, played the part. But it's killing me inside." The confession hung in the air like thunder. I stared at her, processing the weight of it. All those lingering glances, the way her hand brushed mine too long during conversations. Suddenly, they made sense. "Elena, why now? What happened?" She wiped her face with her sleeve. "Miguel's cheating. I found texts on his phone last week, from his secretary, of all cliches. But that's not even the worst part. When I confronted him, he laughed. Said our marriage was a sham anyway, that he'd known about my tendencies for years but stayed for the kids and the image. He proposed an open marriage like it's some business deal." Rage bubbled up in me. Miguel, with his slick suits and condescending smirks at barbecues, had always rubbed me the wrong way. "That's bullshit. You deserve better." "Do I?" Her voice cracked. "I've lied to him, to my boys, to myself. What kind of mother does that make me?" We sat there in the rain until it eased into a mist, her head on my shoulder as she poured out the details. Growing up in Houston, the pressure to conform, the high school crush on her best friend that she never acted on, marrying Miguel right out of college, moving to Seattle for his job at a big firm, the facade cracking over time, secret glances at women in coffee shops, dreams that left her waking in guilt. As the night deepened, I helped her inside her house, the one with the white picket fence that now felt like a prison. Miguel was out of town on a business trip, no doubt with his mistress. I tucked her into bed, promising to check on her in the morning. Walking back to my place, my mind reeled. Was this the start of something? Or just a neighborly shoulder to cry on? The next day dawned crisp, the kind of rare sunny Seattle morning that made you forget the endless gray. I knocked on her door with fresh coffee and bagels, half expecting awkwardness. But Elena opened it with a tentative smile, her eyes puffy but clearer. "Thanks for last night. Feel lighter somehow." We talked for hours on her patio, overlooking the blooming rhododendrons. She shared more. How she'd volunteered at LGBTQ+ events under the guise of allyship. How she'd read books in secret about coming out later in life. I opened up too, about my own journey coming out in college, the ex who left me for someone less complicated. By afternoon, the air between us hummed with unspoken tension. When our hands touched passing a mug, neither pulled away. "Alex," she murmured, "what if this is my chance to be real?" I didn't have an answer, but as the sun set, painting the sky in pinks and oranges, I felt the first stirrings of hope and fear. Over the following weeks, our friendship deepened into something electric. Stolen moments. Walks around the neighborhood, where her laughter felt genuine for the first time. Coffee dates that stretched into dinners when the kids were at soccer practice. Miguel, oblivious or indifferent, buried himself in work. One evening, as we watched the boys play in the yard, Elena turned to me. "I think I'm falling for you. Is that crazy?" My heart soared. Not crazy. Terrifying maybe, but real. We shared our first kiss that night, under the stars, hidden by the shadow of her garage. It was soft, tentative, laced with years of pent-up longing. No fireworks, just a quiet ignition of souls connecting. But reality intruded soon enough. Miguel returned from a trip, sensing the shift. Arguments echoed through their walls. Accusations of neglect, of emotional absence. Elena confided in me. "He's pushing for counseling, but I can't pretend anymore." The neighborhood buzzed with whispers. Mrs. Thompson next door eyed us suspiciously during mailbox chats. "Everything okay over there?" she'd ask, her tone dripping with faux concern. Then came the betrayal. One night Elena called me in tears. "Miguel knows. He hired a private investigator, followed us on our walks. He's threatening to take the kids if I leave." My blood ran cold. "He can't do that. You're their mother." "But he's got the money, the lawyers. And if he outs me, my family will side with him." We met in my backyard away from prying eyes. "Fight him," I urged. "You have rights. I'll help you find a lawyer." She nodded, but doubt clouded her eyes. What if I lose everything? As summer faded into fall, the leaves turning fiery red like our burgeoning love, the storm brewed. Elena filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Miguel fought dirty, spreading rumors at his firm, even hinting to mutual friends about her midlife crisis. The kids suffered most. Mateo, the older at 10, asked why mommy was sad. Luca, 7, clung to her more. Elena's heart broke daily, but she held firm, attending therapy, joining a support group for late-blooming lesbians. Our relationship blossomed in secret. Whispered phone calls, clandestine picnics in nearby parks. "You're my anchor," she'd say, her fingers tracing mine. Yet doubt crept in. Was I pushing her too fast? Was this rebound or real? The custody battle loomed like a dark cloud over our fragile happiness. Elena's lawyer, a sharp woman from downtown Seattle named Carla, assured us we had a case. "Washington State's progressive," she said. "Sexual orientation isn't grounds for losing custody." But Miguel played every card. He painted Elena as unstable, citing her sudden changes and questionable influences, a veiled jab at me. Subpoenas flew. Neighbors were called as witnesses. Mrs. Thompson testified about seeing us together too often, her words laced with judgment. One courtroom day I sat in the back, heart pounding as Elena took the stand. She spoke with quiet dignity. "I love my children more than anything. But I can't live a lie anymore. That doesn't make me a bad mother. It makes me human." The judge, an older man with kind eyes, nodded thoughtfully. But Miguel's attorney twisted it. "This is about stability. The children need both parents in a traditional home." Traditional. The word stung like a slap. Outside, Elena collapsed into my arms. "What if he's right? What if I'm selfish?" "You're brave," I whispered. "And they need a happy mom." Amid the legal chaos, our love grew roots. We stole weekends away, drives to the Olympic Peninsula, where misty forests and crashing waves mirrored our turbulent emotions. In a cozy cabin overlooking the Strait of Juan de Fuca, Elena opened up about her past crushes, the women she'd admired from afar. "You make me feel seen, Alex. Truly seen." I shared my fears too. "I've been hurt before. What if this crashes and burns?" She kissed me softly. Then we'll rise from the ashes. Back home, betrayal struck again, this time from Elena's family. Her parents flew in from Texas, summoned by Miguel. Over a tense dinner at their house, her father boomed, "This is a phase, Mija. Think of the boys. God doesn't make mistakes." Her mother wept. "We raised you better." Elena stood her ground. "I am who I am. If you can't accept that, then leave." They did, cutting ties with a finality that shattered her. "They're my blood," she sobbed to me later. "How can love be conditional?" I held her through the night, our bodies entwined in comfort. No more. Our intimacy was emotional, built on trust, not haste. As autumn rains returned, high drama unfolded at a neighborhood Halloween party. Miguel showed up uninvited, drunk and belligerent. "You think you can steal my wife?" He snarled at me in the kitchen, guests gaping. Elena intervened. "She's not stealing anything. You lost me long ago." He lunged, but neighbors pulled him back. The scene exploded into chaos, whispers turning to shouts, alliances forming. Some supported Elena, others sided with the family man. The next day, Miguel escalated. He leaked her orientation to the kids' school. Notes came home. "Is mommy sick?" Mateo asked innocently. Elena's rage boiled over. "He's poisoning them." We confronted him at his office, a sleek high-rise in Bellevue. "This ends now," she demanded. "Shared custody or I'll expose your affair." He smirked. "Try me." But cracks showed. His mistress dumped him, tired of the drama. Alone, he softened, agreeing to mediation. Through it all, our bond deepened. Christmas brought tentative joy. Decorating my tree together, the boys giggling as we baked cookies. "Aunt Alex is fun," Luca declared. Elena smiled at me over their heads, eyes shining. More than an aunt someday. Yet internal conflicts raged. I questioned my role. Was I the catalyst for this destruction? Elena wrestled with guilt, attending more therapy sessions. One stormy night, she arrived at my door soaked. "I can't do this halfway. I love you, Alex. Fully." We talked till dawn, mapping a future. Co-parenting, rebuilding family ties, embracing authenticity. Spring bloomed with promise. The divorce finalized, shared custody, no alimony battles. Elena moved into a nearby apartment, the boys splitting time. Our first public date. A picnic at Gasworks Park, overlooking the Seattle skyline. Hands intertwined, we ignored stares. "This is us," she said. But life tested us. Mateo's bullying at school over two moms broke our hearts. We addressed it together, teaching resilience. Elena's parents reached out tentatively, a card then a call. "We're trying," her mother said. Redemption came slowly, humanely. Miguel apologized one Father's Day, admitting his faults. I was scared too. We forgave for the kids' sake. With the legal storms behind us, Elena and I navigated the calm waters of new beginnings. She found a job teaching Spanish at a local community college. Her passion reignited after years as a stay-at-home mom. The boys adjusted remarkably, therapy helped, and their innocent acceptance warmed us. "Mommy loves Alex like Daddy loved that lady?" Luca asked once, wide-eyed. Elena chuckled. "Something like that, Mijo. Love is love." I thrived too, my design business booming with clients from the LGBTQ+ community. Inspired by our story, we attended Pride in Seattle that June. Rainbow flags waving as we marched hand in hand, the boys on our shoulders cheering. Yet drama lingered in subtler forms. Old friends distanced themselves, invitations drying up. "It's their loss," Elena said, but the sting showed in her eyes. Then came the ultimate test. Elena's high school reunion in Houston. "I have to face my past," she insisted. I went with her, nervous about the conservative crowd. At the venue, a swanky hotel ballroom, she shone in a red dress, introducing me as her partner. Whispers followed, but so did hugs from old allies. Her former best friend Maria pulled her aside. "I always knew. I'm happy for you." But confrontation arose. A group of former classmates cornered us, one sneering. "So you left your husband for this?" Elena stood tall. "I left a lie for truth. And she's worth it." We left early, driving through Texas night, stars vast above. "Thank you for being my rock," she whispered. Back in Seattle, romance flourished. Candlelit dinners at home, slow dances in the living room to old jazz records. Our love was deep, emotional. Conversations that lasted hours, vulnerabilities shared without fear. One evening, as we watched the sunset from my porch, Elena turned serious. "Alex, I want to build a life with you. Marry me." Tears welled. Yes. 1,000 times yes. Planning the wedding brought joy and chaos. Small, intimate, on a Whidbey Island beach with the Puget Sound as witness. The boys as ring-bearers beaming. But betrayal reared again. Miguel, jealous of our happiness, tried to sabotage. He scheduled a family trip overlapping the date, forcing Elena to choose. "I won't let him win," she declared, rescheduling with grace. The day arrived, sunny and perfect. Vows exchanged. "In you I found my truth," Elena said. "In you my home," I replied. Honeymoon in Hawaii beaches, hikes, rediscovering each other. "This is freedom," she murmured, waves lapping our feet. Post-wedding life settled into rhythm. Blended family dinners, school events where we were the moms. Challenges arose. Luca's asthma flare-ups, Mateo's teen angst brewing early. But we faced them united. Humanity shone in unexpected ways. Mrs. Thompson, once judgmental, brought casseroles after Luca's hospital stay. "Love wins," she said sheepishly. Elena's parents visited. Awkward at first, but warming. Her father hugged me. "Take care of her." We did community work, volunteering at shelters, advocating for LGBTQ+ families. Our story inspired others. A young woman approached Elena at an event. "You gave me hope to come out." That's when the depth hit. Our pain birthed purpose. Yet not all was rosy. Doubts crept in during quiet moments. "What if I regret this?" Elena confessed once. "We talk it through," I assured. "Always." Our love evolved. Less fireworks, more steady flame. Anniversaries marked with picnics, reminiscing that rainy night. As years passed, wait, no, this story spans a couple but feels eternal. The boys grew. Mateo excelling in soccer, Luca in art. We supported dreams, taught empathy. One fall day mirroring our start, rain fell as we sat on our shared porch, now one home. "Remember?" Elena asked. How could I forget? You changed my life. And you saved mine. In that moment the drama faded, leaving pure human connection. Time wove its tapestry, turning our whirlwind into a tapestry of everyday magic. We bought a house together in Kirkland, overlooking the lake. A symbol of merging lives. The boys' rooms decorated with their input. Soccer posters for Mateo, easels for Luca. Professional triumphs came. Elena published a memoir excerpt in a literary magazine, detailing her journey. Hidden Truths, she titled it, echoing that fateful night. Readers responded letters of gratitude, shared stories. I landed a big contract designing for a national LGBTQ+ nonprofit. Our home office buzzing with creativity. But life ever dramatic through curves. Miguel remarried his secretary, inviting the boys to the wedding. Elena wrestled with jealousy, not for him but the normal facade. They'll compare, she fretted. We prepared them. Families look different. Ours is full of love. The event passed smoothly. The boys returned with tales, no scars. Then a health scare. Elena's routine checkup revealed a lump. Benign, thank God, but the fear bonded us deeper. Nights in hospital waiting rooms holding hands. I can't lose you, I whispered. You won't, she vowed. Recovery brought reflection. We traveled. Road trip down the California coast. Big Sur's cliffs mirroring our resilience. Stops at vineyards, beaches, romance reignited in sunsets. Back home, community embraced us. Block parties where we were celebrated, not whispered about. Pride parades became family tradition. Internal conflicts persisted humanly. I struggled with workaholism. Elena with overprotectiveness. Therapy kept us honest. One winter, snow blanketing Seattle, a rarity, we built forts with the boys, laughter echoing. This is happiness, Elena said. Yet the past echoed. Her parents fully reconciled, visiting for holidays. We're proud, her father admitted. Miguel evolved too, co-parenting amicably, even attending our vow renewal on our 5th anniversary. That ceremony at the same beach was poignant. Through storms and sun I choose you again, Elena said. Vows renewed, we danced under stars, the boys joining in a family hug. As the story arcs toward closure, highs and lows blend. Our love, once forbidden, now a beacon. Challenges continued. Mateo's coming out as bi in high school. Ironic, beautiful. We guided him, drawing from experience. Luca's art won awards. We cheered at galleries. Elena's book deal came, a full memoir. Launch party filled with supporters. In quiet moments, we reflected on the betrayal that started it. Miguel's affair, her hidden truth. It was the catalyst, she mused. For something better, I agreed. Our life, mundane yet profound. Grocery runs, date nights, supporting dreams. One evening, watching a storm from our window, echoing the beginning, Elena turned. If I could redo it, I'd choose this path sooner. But then we might not have met. True. Fate's funny. As rain tapered, we stepped outside, hand in hand, embracing the future. The neighborhood evolved, 2 more diverse families, our influence rippling. Humanity prevailed. Forgiveness, growth, love's triumph over fear. In the end, our story wasn't just about us. It was a testament to the human spirit's capacity for change. Years accumulated like pages in a well-loved book, each chapter richer than the last. The boys flourished. Mateo pursued college soccer at UCLA, calling home with tales of California sun. Luca, artistic soul, studied at RISD, his pieces exploring identity. We visited them often, flights to LA, drives to Providence. Empty nest brought bittersweet freedom. More travels like that European tour we dreamed of. Paris cafes, Roman ruins, romance eternal. Back in Seattle, we mentored young LGBTQ+ folks through a local center Elena co-founded. Your truth is your power, she'd tell them. Personal growth continued. I took up painting, inspired by Luca. Elena yoga, finding inner peace. Drama, minimal now but life surprised. Miguel's new marriage faltered. He sought advice. How do you make it work? He asked over coffee. Honesty, Elena replied. And love. He nodded, a rare vulnerability. Co-parenting became friendship of sorts. Family ties mended fully. Holidays with Elena's parents in Texas, where acceptance bloomed like desert flowers after rain. Our 10th anniversary. A quiet vow renewal at home, surrounded by friends old and new. To the woman who unveiled my heart, I toasted. To the one who held it safe, she responded. As grandkids entered the picture, Mateo adopting with his partner, Luca marrying his college sweetheart, we embraced the role of doting grandmas. Baby giggles filled our home, cycles renewing. Reflecting on that rainy night, Elena said, it was the end of one life, start of another. And what a life, I agreed. Our love, weathered by storms, stood resilient. K-dramatic peaks softened into gentle hills, emotions deep as the Pacific. In twilight years, we sat on our porch watching sunsets. No regrets. I asked. None. You were my truth. The end came peacefully, as all good stories do. Not tragic but full circle. Elena passed first in her sleep, hand in mine. I followed soon after, hearts entwined eternally. But legacies live. Our story shared in books, talks, inspiring countless others to embrace authenticity. In America's heart, amid suburbs and cities, love like ours proves. Humanity triumphs through courage, forgiveness, and unyielding connection. The rain still falls in Seattle, but now it nourishes growth, not drowns sorrow. And so the tale closes, not with finality but with hope's enduring light.